Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, Jalasan Tarot, or welcome back to the channel. Regardless, thank you so much for your energy and really appreciative of you guys coming through today for today's reading. So let's get into today's topic. We are asking about the person that is currently on your mind. What are their recent thoughts of you? What's going on? What details can we see from this person as far as what they're thinking about when it comes to you? So we do have a different tarot deck for each of today's readings. And we do have a few of the oracles that we will be using for additional detail or clarifications. You can find those listed in the description box below. If you know what pile selection or crystal that is already attracting your attention, the timestamps are pinned to the comments and they're also in the description box as well. Those of you that are ready to get into the pile selection, let's get into it. So for pile 1, we have the Dream Amethyst crystal. Called a Dream Amethyst. And for your reading, pile 1, we will be using the Wild Reflection Tarot deck. For pile 2, we have this big piece of jasper. And for your reading today, we will be using Every Little Thing You Do is Magic Tarot deck. For pile 3, we have the Green Fluorite crystal. And for your reading today, we will be using the Light Seer's Tarot deck. All right, guys, feel free to pause if you need another moment to tune into the energy. If you are ready and you know which pile, I will meet you over there. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to your reading today. If you chose the Dream Amethyst crystal and or the Wild Reflections Tarot deck, then you're at the right place. So we're tuning into the energy of this person that you are currently thinking about, this person on your mind, pile 1. And we're asking, what are their recent thoughts of you? What's going on? What are they recently thinking about when it comes to you? We're going to see whatever it is that Spirit wants to show us in the connection that you have with this person. What do we need to see? Spirit, thank you so much for coming through, of course, for the collective energy. We're asking about the person on pile 1's mind right now. What are their recent thoughts about pile 1, Spirit? What do we need to see? So we have the 7 of Cups in the reversal. We're going to get all the cards out today. We have the 2 of Wands. What are their recent thoughts, Spirit? What are their recent thoughts? 4 of Cups. Getting the word despondent for some reason. King of Swords in the reversal. Nonchalant. We got the Hermit. Yeah. This person is being very quiet, or it might be you. Take energy as it fits, but we're getting a lot of indicators that you and this person might not be communicating right now. Nine of Wands in the reverse is coming through. Interesting. Person against a tree. We got another imagery. That feels important. And again, it's a person in reflection. Ace of Wands coming through with the Four of Cups. Okay. King of Swords. Let me just check the camera angle, guys. What do we need to see, Spirit? Three of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, I like that. So this person, what are their recent thoughts of you? Okay. The first message I'm getting with the Hermit and the Four of Cups, Two of Wands, Nine of Wands energy, just generally speaking, is this person may have been very taken a step back, or their recent thoughts are of you taking a step back. So it could be them, it could be you. So take that as it fits, guys. But I'm thinking more so in this energy that this is why you might be here in this reading, wondering what this person's recent thoughts are of you, because they are not really, they might not be communicating. They may, even if you are in a commitment or a relationship with this person, you might feel that they are pulling back a little bit. Not in a negative way, but just in a way where you're really not picking up maybe what's going on with them. So, what's going on with them? Let's get into it. I feel as though something about third party or options in general, we got Seven of Cups in the reversal, that this person is recently thinking that they're kind of over all the options. I feel as though they are tuning into someone specifically. I'm assuming that's you. Even if they're not taking any action, I'm feeling a little bit of yearning. This person could have been distracting themselves with others, or they could have had a lot of options at one point. But the feeling I'm getting now is this person is taking a time out. They might be in isolation from people in general. And I'm feeling as though they are focused on you. Okay, so that's the main message I'm getting, especially with the Ten of Pentacles coming at the bottom of the deck. It is feeling as though this person is imagining a future that is very stable, consistent, committed. Look at the generational, imagery that we're getting from this Ten of Pentacles, which is usually the case in most tarot decks. We have what looks like, an older man, could be grandpa, abuelo, however you would, nanu, however you would, pops, whatever you would call a grandpa. And you see the couple in the background, you see children, you see an animal, and a lighthouse, which feels as though it's being guided. Now, I'm getting the imagery that this person might, at one point, have been in toxic ways. They could have been wrapped up in options or entanglements, and that could have brought a lot of pain or imbalance into the connection you had with this person. But I feel as though this is changing, guys. Yeah, they are having a very difficult time releasing you. You and this person could have a lot of history with one another. And I think at this time, for a lot of you, you are in a moment of pause, separation for some, or this person feels a little disconnected to you in some way. Okay. That being said, here's what's really going on. I feel as though they're reflecting on their old patterns. I do feel as though they made a choice. It's feeling as though they also are the type of person I'm getting where They could have dabbled in a lot of different connections and may not have worked out. So even though they may have been in the Knight of Wands energy, which to me feels, a little bit, for some readers, it could be like player energy, but it's also just giving the energy that this person wasn't really grounding themselves in romance. So they could have been all over the place, like I said, with options, and maybe been driven by passion, but not necessarily the case. Regardless, it feels as though they too have experienced some wounds. And this could also be the reflection that they have if they've wounded you or this connection. It's as though they don't want to bring in any challenges. They don't want to hurt this connection or you. And I feel as though they're in deep reflection over it. We notice the imagery of, and okay, wait a minute. If we're taking it the way it came out, with the 9 of Wands in the reverse and the 2 of Wands upright, look at how these people are staring at each other in a way. So it could be that both of you could be mirroring this, where you are yearning from afar. Some of you could be on a different side of the world. I'm looking at this Earth, or our planet Earth, but it could also represent the world as in something may have ended, but also it could represent a new beginning. And that could be where this person's thoughts are when it comes to you, their recent thoughts. And I feel like this is maybe where they are sitting in that energy of knowing what they want, yearning for it, releasing options, releasing that energy, but really still not ready to make a move. Although I do feel like they're getting close to it. We have the cups. I was going to say caps. We have the 4 of Cups, and it feels very despondent, like I mentioned earlier. Someone that might not be ready for an opportunity, or really looking at that cup that's being offered. This person could be journaling, they could be a writer, they could also just be in nature, reflecting, meditating, trying to be more present, especially with the depiction of the hermit. So I feel like this person that you're thinking about is trying to get somewhere in their reflection over this connection, but they might not be um, taking advantage of where they are at. It's almost as though they might be keeping themselves at a distance. At least that's the current or recent thoughts, guys. Okay. But also, I'm getting the Ace of Wands. So the feeling that I'm getting is this might shift sooner rather than later, because the Ace of Wands is like that spark. It could indicate a reunion. It could indicate a new beginning, that creative spark, something being born again, rebirthed, or being given life. Look at how this person is holding, what should be something tiny blossoming, but it's a whole tree coming out of this person's palms. That is the kind of life and birth that I feel like this person is reflecting on when it comes to you. So it does feel pretty special, guys. Cloud, be careful. Sorry, guys. Cloud Strife, my cat, is under my desk area, and that's where all my wires are. So, oh, he's so cute. Okay. He's about to nap, I think. So to go back into your reading, to feel this sweet feeling, and then Cloudy comes, who is such a mama's boy, my one of my cats. It's that feeling as though this person is a pile one boy or girl, meaning that they are stuck on you. But it almost is giving with the I saw the 6 of Cups in the reversal, uh, where it's weighing heavier on their mind, because I think it's because they're not moving forward yet. And they may not have shown you or even spoken about their feelings. I think that is what could make them feel uncomfortable a little bit. And that being said, with the Ace of Wands, that feels more on the passionate side. So I think this person really does feel more so in the physical before they, but still, that could be also why they may not have trusted this at first, if that's the case, or they may not have grabbed the cup or opportunity because they might be feeling a little bit more than just passion, especially with the 10 of Pentacles coming up. It's that knowing that, pile one, that could be someone I see into the future. Okay, so I do feel like this person is coming through some sort of shift. And with the Three of Cups, for some readings and for some readers, that could always represent, a third party. So to go back to that message of Knight of Wands in the reversal, that could be something that this person is no longer dabbling in communication with. He, she, regardless of your person's sex, they could be releasing some of those entanglements, and that's just for a few of you. But I think the main message I'm getting is they might be searching, or even if they are in the shadows right now, you might feel their energy watching you or keeping tabs on you. And this could be representing the energy that you're in, because Three of Cups is such beautiful energy. Like like the real meaning of Three of Cups, aside from the whole third party, is celebration, community, togetherness. It could be something social. It could be something engaging. So they might see things online, especially if you're posting anything on social media for some of you, that you are doing really good, that you are glowing up, you're enjoying yourself, you're having a good time. And they're very attracted to that energy, I think, when it comes to you, and they're yearning for it. So then the question is, are they going to take action? Because their thoughts are heavily focused in one direction, which is yours, and anyone else that may or may not be in their field still, excuse me, is kind of like going away, or at least they're not focused on others. I feel as though they are more so trying to focus on being present, but really it's because they are hyper focusing on you. And they're really starting to value. I'm getting the message right now, as we're shuffling Tarot of the Pyramids, but I'm getting the message that this person could really be holding this connection close to their chest right now. It's almost as though, for some of them, they may be nervous about making a move because they don't want things to change. But I don't think that's going to be forever, guys. So let's see if there's any other detail, Spirit, of their recent thoughts. Let's get 3, maybe 4, but 3 is the goal. Spirit. Okay, we're going to stick with that. Temperance, balance, card number 14, which is a major arcana. And it's Sagittarius, which is fire energy. It's like the balance, the frequency of knowing how to, knowing also which cup they want. And even though this is a big cup, it's being poured into this smaller cup. Now, it could be a trick of the eyes, but to me, it's giving the energy of they are now seeing, are it's as though they are waking up to truly the cup, or I should say the seashell, because it's depicted as seashells in this, that they want. And it's bringing them a little bit of life, guys. And I would even go as far to say some comfort, and like I'm getting them smirking when they think of the future with you. Like it's bringing them a little bit of joy. So I don't think they're going to stay away forever, guys. Okay. Forgiveness. Oh, wow. someone needs to be forgiven, or they may feel as though they need to take responsibility on something. It could be former actions, card number 52, card number 40. Also feeling like the Two of Wands and also Temperance, guys. A Libra energy as well. But it's kind of all aligned. Now I'm curious what else came out. Creation, Ace of Wands, card number 24. This feels as though this person is coming to terms with whatever energy they may have created that put stressors on this connection. And I feel like they're coming to full terms about this. I do feel that they are in deep reflection, and they want this to be a permanent change and shift. I'm getting lion energy too. We had strength coming up. So to go back to energy, fire for sure. It could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Leo specifically with strength, and just a lion that's popping up. But that could just be because we're talking about ancient Egypt with this tarot deck. So let's keep it moving. Ooh, one of my other favorite decks. Let's see. What are the recent thoughts of you with the heart's hidden secrets? What do we need to see? What else do we need to see? You know, I'm wondering like when they're gonna take action, or what's going on, because really what they're thinking about is a new beginning and owning up to whatever happened in the past. Okay, Spirit. What else? The recent thoughts of pile one. We're going to stay there. Boundaries, intimacy, past life. Actually, let's get two more. Three more. Clarity at the bottom of the deck. Intimacy. Past life. That could be a spiritual bond for some of you, or just a bond that you've created, especially over time, with the Six of Cups in the reversal. That could feel as though, like I said in previous readings, where there is history involved between the both of you. Bitterness, loyalty, hopeless. Immediately I'm feeling as though they may think you are holding on to bitterness. Resentment, anger is what I got earlier with the Nine of Wands. And again, this could be their recent thoughts. They could know, they could be thinking about boundaries that you've set in regards to them. I do feel as though loyalty is coming through to show where this person is in their energy when it comes to you and your frequency. I do feel like there is some sort of loyalty involved when it comes to their feelings. Okay. And this could also be what they're thinking about when it comes to you, that you are a loyal person, that you have shown them, trust, reliability, but they may not have returned that. But again, it could also represent how they are currently feeling. So, and then hopeless. Now, to go with bitterness, that could be what they think you're going through, that you've given up. And that could be for some of you. I'm also feeling as though this could be where their hermit energy is. They may be teeter-tottering between hanging on to hopelessness and also and kind of just staying in the shadows with wanting to move forward and have a fresh start. So where are they in that is, I think that's kind of what the thoughts are, though. It's like they're emerging from their cocoon. I knew it. I recognize this coloring, thinking, apology. Yeah, this feels aligned. Cloudy judgment. So, and that's what and we got clarity at the bottom of the deck, right? So that, I think, above all, is what they internally want to come to, especially with temperance. Ooh, we got judgment after that. Guys, you can't make it up. They want to make a clear judgment. And I think they've already made their choice. Okay. And, whether you choose them in return, I'm not sure if that's where you're at. And I would never recommend waiting for this person. So, and I say that because some of you, are at different types of connections, but I think for the majority of you, this could, for some of you, be someone that you feel might be coming back in because you're sensing their energy focused on you, because this person's thoughts of you are definitely on you, guys. And they might even be isolating from friends, family. If especially for some of them might have a stay-at-home job, remote type of job, so they could really be holding up, guys. And that could be for some of them. All right, using the Pantha spirit, what are the recent thoughts? What else? What are the recent thoughts of Pile 1? Anything else? Oh my God, that reminds me of 7 of Cups. Okay, I should stop. Okay. Card number 65. So, what's okay? Let's see. We got a lot going on. Compromise reminded me of 3 of Cups in a way, but also the feeling of I would even say 3 of Pentacles, but the feeling of balancing something. There could have been a third party, guys, for some of you, and this person on your mind is no longer choosing that third party, or that third party doesn't even feel like an option anymore. Even though the third party may have interfered, I'm not sure, because we do have the mask. Now, this sometimes to me feels like the 7 of Cups, but with this imagery right now, this could literally mean that this person in this current energy is still wearing a mask of some sorts. Perseverance, giving the 9 of Wands energy, to be honest. We have promise coming through with loyalty. Memory could be that 6 of Cups energy. So we're getting a lot of just gain. Maybe this person wants some sort of success. That could be with you. That could be what they're thinking about. Living and learning, like learning the lesson and making it better. Because I do feel like if this person comes back in, they want to make sure that they come correct. That could be where their hesitancy is. I feel like I said, they feel like they are emerging into different energy right now. Nightmare. That could be what they're thinking about. Ooh, I almost missed this. They could feel trapped in a nightmare. If you guys are at a distance or disconnect or no contact, separation, one of those type of things, for those of you that know that this is an important person in your life, this person might currently be thinking negative thoughts when it comes to you. That could be what they're teetering, going back and forth on. That could be why they're still in reflection, guys. Okay? So I hope this all made sense. And let me know if it resonates. Make sure you let me know in the comments what's going on if you can. I'd really love reading your comments, guys. Even if I don't right away message you guys back, I'm going to do my best to message, just energetically. Sometimes it's just very hard because I do want to reply in a meaningful way. Okay, but I do read all of them. So regardless, let's get into your advice. Or further messages, because we're using the clarifying life situations deck, so I'm gonna leave it open for spirit. Are we getting advice for you, Pal One, or any additional messages that we need to see? What do we need to see? Let's just get 2. Bottom of the deck, trust yourself. Boom. Okay. Fist bump. Could be something for you guys. Hurtful events. Ooh. This comes out when someone feels like we mentioned earlier. Ooh, cloud. Oh my god. Sorry guys. I had to pause. Cloud was scaring me. He's such a big boy. He's a Bengal mix, so he was on the window, but he listened. Um so I'm not sure where I left off, but to go back to this energy, I felt that someone feels hurt. And I'm getting more so that it could be you. So, hurtful events, let's see what it says. As you navigate this challenging time, learn to let go of the past so it won't weigh you down. Now, it's hard to let go of something from the past, but you don't have to hang on to the emotions or hurt feelings over it. You know, if you do want a second chance with this person, for some of you, then it's not going to do anyone any good if you're holding on to resentment and hurt. You know, be open to what this person might say. For some of you that need to hear that. But again, it's always your choice because I don't know what type of hurtful event. You know, some things are a point of no return. So I would never recommend, like for example, if this person cheated on you, dude, that's a deal breaker. But we got loyalty, so I don't think that's it. I feel like if anything, the both of you never really grounded this, but it does feel promising. Like I do feel like this connection, especially to this person, who may have messed things up. I feel as though they do see that future. You know what I mean? So, labyrinth of choices. Again, that energy of 7 of Cups. But this could be your advice, guys. Chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey. So, this is where Spirit might be coming in to say that it's always going to be your choice. And it might be very confusing. And if it does feel confusing, then ground yourself, gain clarity if you need it, especially if you're still feeling any type of hurt, because it's important to really, not sit in that energy. It does you no good. It does you no good. I don't know if that's grammatically correct, but it doesn't help you in any way. And I notice open to receive and trust yourself. Are you ready to receive this person? Even if you want it, even if you want this person, that might not mean you're ready. Because again, if you're hanging on to any resentment, then it's not going to be the right time. So it's up to you, and that might just be a message for some of you. So this is where we're going to leave your reading, guys. I hope this helped in some way. And let me know if it did. Send a like if you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for staying this long. I love you guys, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye. Hey everyone, and welcome to your reading today. If you chose the piece of Jasper and or Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic tarot deck, then you're at the right place. So let's get straight into your reading today, Pal 2. Thank you so much for being here. Regardless, we are tuning into the energy of the person that you are currently thinking of. What's going on with this person in regards to their recent thoughts of you? What are they thinking about recently? When it comes to you and your energy, we're gonna find out. Okay, let's go ahead and split the deck. And of course, shout out to Spirit. Thank you so much, Spirit, as always, for being here for the collective energy. All right, Spirit, thank you so much again. So we're asking the person that pile 2 is thinking about. What are their recent thoughts about pile 2, Spirit? What do we need to see today? So we have the apprentice, gosh, I can't even say it, of swords coming through. This is swords energy air. And I believe apprentice is probably the page, but I'll have to double check that. Let's get our cards though. 2 of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So there might be a little bit of a disconnect and a lack of communication, but I do feel as though this person, I've been saying this a lot lately, but this person is keeping tabs on you. Oracle of Cups, I want to say this is the Queen in the reversal. I could be completely off. You know what? Let me check before we get further. Hang on one second, guys. Okay, guys, I am back with the book, and I believe I am correct. So apprentice is page, and the oracle is the Queen. So we have all reversals right now. So I definitely think that there is some sort of disconnect. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse between you and this person. It could have been a breakup, but it could just be the Hermit in reverse. Jeez. It could be, and that's our first major arcana, by the way. We have the Hermit is the Hermit card number 9, Virgo energy. All right, the Magician upright. I usually take cards falling sideways upright. The Empress upright coming through to clarify the Oracle of Cups in the reverse. So that makes sense. This person has very high, they think of you in such good or high value, regardless of what's going on between the both of you right now, guys, because to be honest, it feels as though there's an ending of some kind, or definitely a very strong challenge. It could be in the form of a fight, an argument, but that could be for a few of you. I think the majority of you that are coming across this reading are at a disconnect, okay? Because what this person is thinking about is they're definitely in their ego about this, guys. I do think that they are, I would even say, trapped in their thoughts, though they're not taking any action right now, okay? So let's talk about it. We got the Hermit and the Page of Swords in the reverse. This feels as though this person is keeping an eye. So what their recent thoughts of you are is probably they're looking at you where you may not be hermiting. They could see you in the opposite, where you could be socializing. That's for some of you. Another strong message I'm getting is you could be blocking your whereabouts or blocking them in some way where they're having a hard time accessing you. You are someone that's being a little bit more mysterious right now, and that could be because you guys are at a disconnect and there is no communication. But I think that this person is searching and searching, and they might not be getting anywhere. You really could be tucked away in the far, deep depths of the internet, or wherever you are in the 3D. And it's as though they are having a hard time accessing you, which is probably why their recent thoughts of them, I could see them like searching you up. So that's a lot of what their thoughts are revolving around. They're just watching you. Okay? Now, to go to the Magician and the Two of Cups. Now we have the Two of Cups, the Oracle of Cups in the reverse, and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck in the reversal. So I am getting the feeling as though, the Emperor. this could have been a very deep connection with this person. Two of Cups, even though it's in the reverse, it is telling me that there were emotions if they're not still there. But I do feel like this person is thinking about, it's almost giving like their heart is breaking. Their heart broke in some way. And they're really sad about it. I'm feeling the energy that they are, gosh, you guys could be going through a breakup. The Magician as well feels, now this could be one of their thoughts. Okay, I don't want to mislead anyone, but I do feel like with the Magician coming up, and that's our first card that came up, right? And this is card number 3. I'm sorry, card number 1. I got distracted by the Empress. This is card number 1, the Magician, and this is also Virgo energy. We had Virgo energy coming with the Hermit, which is Earth. Now, the Magician is usually, and it's coming through as a raccoon, could be very calculating. And it's as though someone is manifesting. They might be thinking of manifesting a repair in this connection in some way. They could also be a little sneaky. Raccoons are so adorable, by the way. I probably would still jump if I saw a raccoon. There are a few in the city, especially by the cemeteries, but they are actually super cute, okay? That being said, raccoons are still very crafty. They go in dumpsters, they're trying to look for food. They will try to sneak into your house just to get shelter. They could be considered like a little narcissistic in a way, because maybe that's very strong to call a raccoon a narcissist, but the energy of they are worried about themselves. They're taking care of themselves. That is their main priority, and their family. If the raccoon comes with the family. To get back to your reading, that same energy is, I feel like what this person feels, they need to be crafty. And because we're getting the energy that they may be keeping tabs on you and trying to seek information about you that they are not getting, it's as though they want to manifest some sort of connection. And they're going to do it in a crafty way. And maybe they could be catfishing. They could be, I don't know. I don't know. We could figure it out. But I think a lot of this energy, though, it's not that this is the type of person they are. They're not stalkers. They're not anything like that. I'm not getting that. I am getting, though, that they just deem you as someone that is a sight to behold. I mean, the Queen of Cups energy with the Empress coming in their thoughts for you is them really knowing how beautiful and gorgeous they find you, very attractive. They also find you very sensual. I'm also getting, gosh, I'm getting fertile. Empress usually is represented by a pregnancy or something like that. But we are seeing two, um, gosh, why the name escapes me, the type of animal. Guys, gosh, my mind is going blank. It'll come. I do have the badgers. Gosh, I forget. Either way, these two are workers, but they're taking a rest moment, and look at how they're cuddling. They might be thinking of past intimacy with you. If you guys used to cuddle or lay in bed or lay on the couch, this could be some of their thoughts as well. I'm also getting that they just feel that they don't have access to you. You are coming through as the Queen or the Oracle of Cups. The Oracle of Cups, and it's being depicted by not only an oyster that is open, but a whale. Whales are very spiritual. They're very kind. Maybe I'm thinking of dolphin as kind. Most dolphins. Um, every dolphin I met. But whales are also musical. Their song in the ocean is crazy loud and interesting to hear the frequency of their music. But guess what? That frequency is blocked. Your energy, someone that they deem as loving, supportive, beautiful, especially with the Empress, is no longer facing their direction. And I think that is why their recent thoughts are definitely permeating thoughts of you. The Ace of Pentacles also, to move on, is their thoughts. Now I'm getting a few messages because we got the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. We're getting a lot of Earth. Earth is Virgo. We got Virgo with the Hermit and the Magician. The Empress is card number 3, which is Taurus, also Earth. So all of our major arcana are Earth, and we are now ending your reading with Earth energy again. This person doesn't feel grounded, or they may feel their world is shook with whatever disconnect you guys are going through. Now, one message that I'm getting with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, with the Eight of Pentacles, they could be reflecting on the past. If this person didn't put effort in, if this person didn't offer you commitment or stability or consistency and reciprocation, this could be what they're thinking about. And this could be them understanding why you might be blocked to them. So that is a strong message I'm getting for a lot of you guys. Could probably resonate with that. Another message I'm getting is that because with the Magician and now the Eight of Pentacles in the reversal, they're being sneaky. I do feel, meaning that they are going to come back in, especially if you guys are at a disconnect. They might do something that doesn't look like there's much effort involved, but I feel like they're really strategically putting a lot of energy, mind, effort into whatever it is that they're going to show up as, because if they do come in your direction. Because I don't know if this is over yet, guys. Because it feels over. It looks like it's over. But maybe this person's recent thoughts are, how do I get this back? The Lovers in the reverse. Now, again, this could represent a karmic situation where this is just a person that is not the one. But with the Two of Cups, I can't ignore it, even though it's in the reversal, because with both energies coming through, it could feel as though this person really has emotions for you. And it could be that they are releasing these emotions, but I don't know. I think they're having a hard time. They also may have come to a decision. They may be giving up the pearl. Even if they find you as a pearl, which we got the oyster in the Oracle of the Cups, they could be feeling as though they no longer have that choice. The decision might have already been made, especially if you walked away or if you blocked them in some way. All right. I want to see if there's any clarifiers. Let me check the time. We're doing good on timing. Yeah, because I do want to see, but maybe we could get that with the Oracle. But gosh, I do want to see why the Magician is here. Are they planning to make a move in your direction, or is this ending? What's the deal with the Magician, Spirit? What could you tell us? What is this person's recent thoughts? Might have to get more than one. Elder of Pentacles. Now the Elder is the King. And remember, we got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So this person could be thinking of offering you a commitment. Let's get one more, Spirit. Why is the Magician here? Yes, and I noticed this at the bottom of the deck energy, and now it's coming back again. They want this to be balanced, guys. They want to exchange equal energy with you. Look at even how these two wolves are holding this walking stick and how straight the walking stick is. Cloud Strife. Okay, I have to say his full name. He was on the screen. Those of you that have been here before, sorry, it's a regular occurrence lately. One of my cats was on the screen, and I have to monitor that. Okay, so Six of Pentacles. Look at how balanced the stick is in their mouth, because they're both holding it at the perfect angle. They're both giving in equal energy. The male wolf and the female wolf, even if it's same sex, guys, it doesn't matter. And they're walking this path together. Look at the end of this stick. It's like their belongings, these wolves' belongings, right? So with the Elder of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and again, more earth. You or this person could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or this could be the energy that this person wants to ground this connection where it may not have been grounded. Because Two of Cups in the reverse, that feels like a disconnect, but that might not be a breakup. Like if you guys never really, ooh, the Tower, dude. This could be a big deal for this person. Yes, there's conflict. This could feel like a Tower moment. This could be what this person needs to wake up. Yeah, even just Six of Wands in the reverse, the Devil in the reverse, 10 of Wands in the reverse, and now we have the Five of Wands. Guys, you and this person must have had a falling out. You may have, I'm getting more so of the energy of you may have gotten sick of something. It could have been a lack of effort in some way. It's feeling as though you never really felt safe or secure in this person's energy, and now you may have made a decision to walk away. This is what this person is thinking about, but I am getting a strong sense that they are, guys, I think they want to fix this. They can't let you go. They want to manifest this. And how sad is that, right? They let you get away. In their mind, you might be the person that got away. So are they going to make a move or not? That's what they're thinking about. But again, with all the reversals, they could still be dealing with a lot of blocked energy. You know, the Tower at the bottom of the deck could also represent that this is divinely guided, like this shake up or wake up, you know, especially if this is a spiritual connection. If it's not a karmic, it could be some sort of twin connection. But even if it's not labeled as something as such, regardless, there could be some sort of moment that had occurred or that is occurring within this person. Let's see what else we could gather. Hi, Moon, my other cat, Mooney. Oh, God. Okay, 3 fell on the ground. We're going to keep them. Mooney, I got distracted by Mooney's cute face. Oh, my God. Love, Hermit, Paradox. I don't think I ever got Paradox before in a reading. Card number 61. So we do have the Hermit coming out. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Protection. Guys, this is what it feels as though this person is now viewing you as someone that is setting boundaries and maybe protecting yourself in some way. I think this is waking this person up. It's almost as if they are in a paradox, meaning that it took losing you for them to figure out what move they want to make. Because I feel as though they do feel ready. I mean, at least they think they do, but I think they're going about it, like I said, in a indirect way, as opposed to just sending you a message. Now, if you are blocked to them, even through text, where you're blocking their messages in some way, that's where this person might have like the raccoon energy, where they have to get crafty now in order to get your attention. And so it feels like a paradox because, like I said, they are now coming to that understanding. Love, I'm not surprised. You know, with the feeling I'm getting, the way they view you as the Empress, the Queen of Cups. Guys, that's water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Love feels like the Two of Cups in this deck. Because the Two of Cups in tarot, guys, is the romantic card. It's the soulmate card. You know, this could be your soulmate for some of you, but I feel like because there's so many significant challenges, it might be someone, that could be important, but I don't know. It could just be someone you had to learn lessons with. But this person is thinking about their emotions for you guys. Now, how you feel about them, that's unknown to me. How they feel about you, though, is gosh. And with the Hermit coming up too, they're just feeling, and I think that's why they're seeking. They're staying in the shadows right now. This could be in the collective energy for a lot of different um connections out there, guys, because this this feels familiar, this energy. Breaking point. That could be where this person is at. They're at a breaking point, meaning that they can't stay, they don't want you to be blocked to them. So they might do something. We got divine masculine, open heart, running, and bitterness. We're going to stop there. Bottom of the deck energy, distracted. So I do feel as though they are distracting themselves too. To talk about this first, the how do I explain this? It's as though they're not taking action because they are focusing on the wrong thing. It's like they're trying to search for you, and I'm getting their energy as really like getting pulled. They're getting pulled into your energy, and it's making them feel like they're gonna burst. I also feel like with open heart, and we got the heart imagery in the Two of Cups, where and that could also be why the Two of Cups is in reverse. They may not have been open to this, or they may have sabotaged this, or have been in denial. But through whatever is happening currently, especially with the Hermit energy coming through, and because I don't feel like you guys are communicating right now, is the feeling as though their heart is now opening. Running could have been what they were in. That could also be what they're thinking about for you. You could be the person running at this point, especially if your energy is blocked to them. Even though you're not technically running, you're just setting boundaries. At this point, the energy is shifting. And I'm also getting the feeling that they could be wanting to run back into this energy. And they're trying to figure out how. Now, divine masculine, take that as it fits, guys. That could be where this person is trying to get in their divine. We do have the King of Pentacles coming through as a clarifier for the Magician. So, this person could feel ready. I mean, I think that's if we're going to get any indicator of when they're going to move forward, it's when they're feeling ready. And if a person is in their divine masculine, that could be what they're focused on as well. What's going on in their professional, their finance. That could also been what could have been one of the blocks with grounding this connection. They may not have felt safe to solidify it, but maybe now they do, something like that. Okay, so let's get into Pantha. Spirit, what do we need to say? Ooh, savings, as we're talking about finance stuff. What is this person's thoughts? Okay. Introvert. Now, those of you that are not, let's say you are already in a connection with this person, but you're in a fight, some sort of disconnect where you're not communicating, even if you live in the same house. That could be the energy of them feeling that you are keeping things to yourself. You're being more introverted, especially, like I said, if there's some sort of block. We got daydream. Yeah, this person is heavily thinking about you guys. Now, it might not only be negative, it could also be that fantasy. You are the Queen of Cups, you are the Empress. They are very attracted to you. Okay, we got fate, withdrawal, evidence, protest, and marriage that I just am holding. Card number 6. Guys, some of you might be in a connection that you guys are just really in a big fight. But those of you that are not, this could be, some of their thoughts that you might be their counterpart in some way. They might see a future with you. That's why it might be difficult for them to release, especially with all the emotions that are involved that they're feeling that may not have been grounded. Okay. I'm also getting with protests, to go back to your energy. They could be thinking about, you saying no, you blocking them in some way, like it's blaringly in their face, like, stay away from me. So I'm not sure what that's about, but that's for some of you could really have, especially with a Queen of Cups. When a Queen of Cups is upset, guys, because it's very difficult to force a Queen of Cups on a shutdown or lockdown or blocked energy, because that takes a lot for the Queen of Cups to come to that decision. So they could really think of you as someone that they're fearing, might not be available for them anymore, and maybe for good reason. We got Fate. This is feeling a little bit like the Tower. Also feeling the energy of the Lovers and the Two of Cups, where this person could feel as though you are meant to be in some way. Withdrawal evidence. Also giving the energy of the Magician, where they're doing things behind the scenes. And also with the Page of Swords in the reversal, where they're trying to, I don't know. I don't know if it's evidence. I don't think they're trying to look for anything bad about you, but it's more so that they just want information. And when they don't have this information, they might not have it like legit. Like, you might have really been able to block them, where they don't even know how to access you. And that to me feels where they're just getting more obsessive over it because it's blocked, but also because they have strong emotions, guys. I'm just being honest. And yeah, I feel like they're in pain a little bit too, even though we're not getting it. But I do feel as though they are getting a lot of visionary of nighttime. They're really thinking about you. As I hear maybe the Amazon Prime truck backing up, I'm right in front of a fire hydrant on my street. So that's usually where the drama occurs, because people double park. All right, we're getting your advice now. River of Release. Ooh, drift along the River of Release, where waters carry away burdens, guiding toward renewal. Queen of Cups / the Empress, my pile twos. Listen, if this person really did hurt you or created a lot of pain, it's important for you to seek some sort of balance and to go into the flow of things again. Whether this person and you are going to patch things up, it could be the energy of making sure you're in the right frequency. Whether this person is or not, make sure you are. We got the souls of balance. Seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner seal to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. And also with savings, guys, sorry, this just came back because I forgot to mention it, is like the Four of Pentacles energy, where they are now placing value. And look at the older couple. They might really see you in the future, like someone that they do want to save. Okay, that did come through. River of Release, steady progress. Now, take that as it fits, guys. But if this is some sort of fight that you guys are dealing with this person, I do believe Spirit is coming in to remind you to just have a to know that this is going to take time and there's going to be like a slow progression because it's going to be aligned in like baby steps. Small steps are going to create the big picture, is the feeling that I'm getting. Move with deliberate care as patience and attentiveness guide you throughout achievements. Be present, guys. Stay present. Stay in your divine. Okay. That could be your energy. You're in your divine. And this person knows it. So that could be where they're trying to catch up, or, they might, like I said before, think of you as some sort of counterpart. Okay. But spirit, and now these could be messages from spirit for you, but I'm also could be messages just in general of also to go back to this person's thoughts. But we're going to end your reading here with the advice from spirit. That big truck passes through is just go with the flow, allow this to unfold, steady progress, and the balance of things. It feels very calm. It feels very peaceful. So if you're not in that energy, spirit is saying, and you might already know how to access that energy quick. So remember your breath, catch your breath, uh, pace yourself with this person. All right, guys, thank you so much for staying this long. I hope it made sense. I hope it helped in some way. Let me know if it did. I'd love to hear from you. Or send a like my way. That also like makes me so happy to know that it really is resonating with some of you guys. And I love you so much, and I hope I see you again. Bye. Hi, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading today. If you chose the green fluorite crystal and or the light Seers tarot deck, then you're at the right place, guys. So, welcome. All right, let's get into it. So, the recent thoughts of you, this person that you are currently thinking about, this person on your mind. We're tapping into that energy. Regardless of what's going on, I should say. We are just tapping into the frequency of their thoughts. What are they thinking about? How far could we get into some of that detail? Okay. All right. Thank you so much, of course, for being here today. For the collective energy, for pile 3, this person on pile three's mind. What recent thoughts? What are their recent thoughts about pile 3? Let's see. What are their recent thoughts? I don't know why I felt like I had to keep going. 3 of Wands, a little bit, but more so in the sideways. So we're gonna take it upright. Then we also have the Moon, and I just felt like I needed to keep going. So the Moon is our first major arcana. This is card number 18, Pisces energy. Spirit, what is this person's reason? 6 of Swords. Ooh. Someone walked away. Is it you? Is it them? Is it mutual? 5 of Cups. Ooh, this person is. I keep oohing. Sorry, guys, but I'm feeling it. This person is in pain, and their recent thoughts of you are on this ending. We got the Chariot, somewhat like the 3 of Wands, um, but more so in the reverse this time. The Chariot in the reversal. But regardless if it's in the reverse or upright, guys, I feel like I'm getting the same message, and we'll talk about it. But this is card number 7, Cancer energy. Also, with the Moon, that's also Cancer vibes, just because Cancer is ruled by the Moon. 2 of Swords in the reversal. Okay. The Hermit in the reverse. And this is card number 9, Virgo energy. So we got some air as well with 6 of Swords. And then we got the Hanged Man. A lot of major arcana. Hanged Man is card number 12. Pisces energy. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Okay. The first message I'm getting is that this person wants to move forward in some sort of communication. The Knight of Swords energy at the bottom of the deck feels like someone, knights in general, guys, the energy I'm always getting is forward movement, action. Swords feels like communication. So look at how this person is running toward their vehicle, their motorcycle. So this person is in swift action. And once they jump on the motorcycle, forget about it. So is this person and you communicating already? I'm not for some of you, no. For some of you, no. But for some of you, and here, okay, let me backtrack. For the majority of you, you might not be communicating with this person, and that is what this person is thinking about, moving forward in your direction with communication. For some of you that are going through this, and we're going to get into it, these heavy emotions that I'm feeling is maybe where the communication is currently. But take that as it fits. One of the energies that I'm getting above all is the feeling of loss, hurt. I'm also feeling a little bit of yearning, with the 3 of Wands and the 5 of Cups, and even the moon. This person could be dreaming about you, really hard to get you off their mind. I think the recent thoughts of you is just circulating in that feeling of wanting something that they don't have. So I'm wondering if they walked away or you walked away. And like I said, it could be mutual for a lot of you because 6 of Swords we're doing things differently for you guys apparently. Usually I go one by one, but we're kind of just going top row for some reason. The 6 of Swords is someone walked away. It could also be both of you. With it being clarified by the Hermit, I do feel as though the energies are blocked. You can't feel this person's energy in some way, or vice versa. They might not be able to feel yours. Or it is where this is headed. For example, if you guys are going through some sort of breakup or final communication, the last stage or phase in some sort of ending, that could be for some of you. I feel like the Hermit is kind of naturally the phase or stage that each of you or this person might end up in. So that could be a message for some where this could be the future energy of what needs to be after whatever closure needs to be had. So gosh, I'm sorry, dude, if you are going through some heavy feelings, if this is a breakup, if you had to walk away or this person had to walk away, or if it's mutual, this person's thoughts are more so in their feelings. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the pain that they're going through. Now, you might not reciprocate this. So I'm not sure where your energy is, but for a lot of you, this could also mirror where you're also going through heartbreak. You're also going through some sort of mourning and release. I don't think, here's the thing, I feel like there is going to be some communication, but I don't think there's going to be forward movement as far as repairing this connection right now. The Hanged Man in the reversal also feels like someone in, look at, gosh, paralysis. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Spirit. Like this person is in paralysis, or they're just hanging in parallel. I don't know if that makes sense, guys. Gosh, I'm trying to find the right words that's coming through with these energies because it's feeling really strong, and I want to do that energy justice. But it feels as though this person might be paralyzed in whatever judgment or thought they have when they're thinking about you. So they're not shifting out of whatever current thoughts they are currently feeling right now. They're not seeing a different perspective. They're stuck on something. And I think what they might be stuck on is mourning this energy. Now, the Two of Swords in the reversal, this could feel as though this person is really lost in their, in their subconscious. It could be for some of them, but others, it could just be that they're starting to disappear from the world. I would even say for some of them, they might feel a little bit of isolation. Like it's that feeling where you're going through heartbreak, but you still have to face your responsibilities. You still got to go to work. You still have to, run your errands. And yet all you want to do is sit at home and cry, but you can't, right? So that is the feeling I'm getting from this person where they're really in the depths right now of what they're feeling and they could be trapped there. It could feel very excessive for them. So this might be very fresh. We are getting a lot of major arcana, especially in the bottom row. You know, and we got 3 specifically. And all in the reversal and all of an energy of someone that is kind of in the in between, like maybe seeking closure or gaining closure in some way, maybe trying to still, oh gosh, 3 of Swords in the reversal, 8 of Wands in the reverse. With the Page of Wands, I could even see this person. This could be for some of you. Please don't let this trigger you guys. Where you might see this person trying to move on right away with someone else. It's probably not going to work. Okay? But if that's this person's strategy, it might backfire. So that could be where the rush is. That could be for some, not for all. So don't force it to fit, guys. All right, let's move into our oracle, I guess. I feel like we need to move on because this feels like a breakup, but not a breakup. It's hard to explain, but either way, it feels like some sort of separation where it's not gonna shift anytime soon because I feel like this might be the current energy. Now, if you are not communicating with this person, you know, for some of you, like I said, it could be where this person tells you that they are moving on. I feel like this is going to be some sort of closure in some way, whatever the communication is. All right, Spirit, what else do we need to see? Is there anything else? Are we on the right road here? And if you're still here, Pal 3, then obviously this resonates. So again, I'm really sorry if you're going through it as well. This feels very current. So their recent thoughts are exactly what you might think it is. It's heavy. It's heavy, guys. Spirit, what do we need to see? The recent thoughts of how through. This person doesn't want you to know. Getting some resistance. Okay. Spirit, let's get at least 2 more spirits of how through. Let's see. I wanted to get 1 more spirit. Thank you so much. Okay, 2 more. We're going to take it. The High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, energy, card number 2. Now, this has the frequency of spiritualism. They could be, almost the opposite. They might not be reading into their intuition. They could be far from it. They could also feel there is some sort of spiritual connection between the both of you. Let's see what we got. Coming in at the bottom or at the end, fear of existence, victim, or warrior. Guys, this is heavy. Okay, what else, Spirit? Realism, and living consciously. So what are they thinking about? If anything, I think this, hi baby. Oh, it's like my cat needs comfort right now. And that's the feeling that I'm getting. Like this person might need a little time, because this is very real. It's coming in very strong. Like this feeling of pain and loss, whether it's meant to happen or not, whether this person is wanting to leave permanently or not. It does feel like this might be a permanent. Okay, here's the thing with Six of Swords, guys. It is someone that is making a conscious decision to walk, to leave the situation, to end whatever it is, because it might have been very painful. So take it as it fits, if it's you or them or both. But this person is really having they're waking up like this is actually happening for them. They could have been in shock. Now it's becoming very real. Fear. This could be very difficult emotions. And honestly, living consciously with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, this could be what they're trying to gain, like anyone would in a breakup or after an ending of some kind. So, this could also be your energy too, guys, that's coming through, but I do feel like their recent thoughts are to be present, but I don't think it's easy right now for them. They're not feeling good. And with the victim or warrior energy too, it's they could be going back and forth. They could be feeling good during the day and then they could fall apart at night. You could resonate with that energy as well for some of you. So like I said, this could be mirroring or this could just be mutual. Spirit, what else do we need to see? The recent thoughts of pile 3. Sorry, pile 3. I hope you're doing okay. And this might not be, a major ending. This could be something that you're okay with, so I really don't know where you're at. But with the 5 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, and the Moon, for this person, it's difficult. Okay, so we have 1 day, pride, second chance, healing, and shallow. Okay. This could be some of the thoughts. Okay, this could be for some of them, where they might get that random feeling of maybe this could be some time in the future. I do feel like they're feeling a little empty right now. Again, like we're talking about heartbreak here. And so healing, that's kind of what they're thinking about. I feel like there's a lot going on. They're in their thoughts. They're thinking about maybe this could change, but yet this is very fresh. So they're focused on their emotions. They're feeling depressed. I mean, I don't know, guys. It's feeling heavy. And I know I keep saying that, and like I said, I could also be feeling some of your energy coming through as well. So this could be mutual in a lot of ways. So what else could we gain, Spirit? Any other thoughts? Because we are getting a lot. Like they are thinking about a lot, but mainly it's heavy emotions. And, thoughts do create emotions for the most part. Imagination, protest. What's this person's thought? Please, what do we need to see? Yeah, it's like this person is really resistant. All right, that is where we're going to stop. What is it? Stubbornness. Oh my God. Guys, you can't make this up. Overload. This feels burdensome. This feels heavy. Origin, protest. Now, this feels as though something is being blocked. And again, that could be, whether or not you or this person moved on, or ended it, or like again walked away. So I don't know, guys. I'm sorry if you're going through this. This person is tenfold. And I hope you're doing better than this person, because, even in their imagination, and that's kind of where the fantasies are, um, could be could be a little bit of fantasy as well. But it's feeling like the Seven of Cups. Like they just have a lot of thoughts. They're in their ego. Pride to me feels like ego. Feels like this person you're thinking about, their recent thoughts are all encompassing. And yet they're very stubborn about it, because I feel as though, like I said, they might be able to shut it off or shut it down, but it's coming back very strong. But they're trying not to go there. But again, you have to go through the healing process. So if they are trying to move on quickly, like I said, it's not working. We also have origin, and I'm wondering if some of their thoughts are, you know, the beginning of your connection with this person. They could be going back in time and going through it. I get that. Like when you break up with someone, or, something ends, you might cipher through, what all that's happened, what it all means. So that's some of the messages I'm getting from this card, the origin card. And also, another message too is to go back to one of their thoughts is they're trying to now, they're working from ground zero. They have to rebuild, you know, because again, they're thinking about a lot of things about you, but a lot of they're also thinking about moving on and healing. But dang, it's hard. So with all of that being said, I want to get into our final messages here. Spirit, is this going to be advice for pile 3? What does pile 3 need to see at this time as we close out pile 3's reading with this energy, Spirit? Especially because it's very painful, I feel. And like I said, pile 3, I'm not sure if you're feeling that too, but I'm leaving it open for Spirit. Like, do we need to see any other thoughts from this person, or is it time for us to see some advice? Spirit, what do we need to see for pile 3? Let's get 2 cards. Okay. Ooh, new flights. Oh, why did I say flights? It's heights. It's the coloring sometimes on this deck that it's like plays with my eyes. Divine timing at the bottom. So, new heights. Let your connection with Spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. That is your advice. Spirit is saying you are not gonna let this drag you down. If anything, this is gonna make you even better, stronger, and you're gonna get to a better place, a better perspective on love, on romantic love, whether it's with this person or with someone else, someone new. I'm not sure. And divine timing. Be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. So I think for some of you, I'm getting that this might not be the person for you. And you might know it. You might also be in that state of mind where you're walking away. And that could be for some of you, not everyone. And for those of you that resonate with that message, I feel like Spirit is saying, like, don't give up on love. Maybe this is a lesson you needed to learn, especially if this is energy that you've dealt with in the past. You might be waking up to the feeling of, what needs to change. Now, those of you where you do feel like this could be a second chance, this might be the person coming back in and you want that energy back in, this could be divine timing, a message that Spirit is saying you can't force it. So all you could do is work on remaining in your own consciousness and staying at a high frequency, the frequency that you're comfortable with. And then we have steady progress. Patience is your ally, Celebrate each step forward, no matter the size. And that goes with the feeling of control. Allow things to happen the way they're supposed to, whether with this person for some of you, or whether for a lot of you that you're hoping for someone better, someone new. And Spirit is saying that will happen, guys. Okay? And it might be in divine timing, but here's the thing, everything is in divine timing. You know? So even when you manifest something, it's meant to be because you're ready to manifest it. It's hard to explain if you don't understand energy and frequency, but it really all aligns when you're aligned. Okay? So that's where we're going to leave things. I hope this made sense. I hope you learned something. And above all, Pile 3, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing more than okay, as a matter of fact. I love you guys. I hope I see you again. Bye.